How's it going, YouTube? This is Alex coming at you for T-Vape TV in the studio with a very special video for you today. Today we have the newly updated Zeus Iceborne V2. It is a fantastic accessory that allows you to cool your vapor down without the use of a water piece. You simply fill it up with water, put it in the freezer, wait until it freezes, and then run your favorite vaporizer through it. It is truly one of a kind, and I am super excited to dive in, tell you all about it, and let you know the changes and updates that have been made to the newest model. The first thing you're going to want to do when you get the box is open up everything and cut all the zip ties on the tubes. Fill your Iceborne to the marked water lines on the inside of the device. If you need any clarification, just look at the manual inside the box. Once you've filled up your Iceborne, put it in the freezer to freeze overnight. Next, take the long tube and the mouthpiece and attach the mouthpiece onto one end of the long tube. Then take the other end of the long tube and attach it securely to the outside hole of the Iceborne. The only difference between the other two whips is the diameter of them. So figure out exactly which one fits your favorite vaporizer. Next, attach one end of the whip to the mouthpiece of your favorite vaporizer. Then take the other end of the short whip and securely attach it to the middle hole on the Iceborne's lid. Then turn your device on like you normally would and simply wait until it reaches temperature before inhaling through the mouthpiece. The best thing about the Iceborne is that it can turn your portable device into a stationary unit, which is perfect for lounging at home. The Iceborne is not only a replacement for a water piece, but it actually cools the vapor down even more because it's put in the freezer. It's pretty definitive that frozen water is colder than liquid water. I must say the vapor quality of any device is improved when run through the Iceborne. It's just like running it through a bong. You guys know how much I like doing that. The Iceborne is no different. The Iceborne is compatible with a lot of vaporizers. For most units, it's super easy to put on your device. There are a couple special cases that I want to talk about quickly though. For units like the Solo 2 with a slightly wider stem, simply use the smaller diameter whip and attach it inside the stem on the device. The Iceborne is also compatible with most wax pens. You can up the temperature on any device and still take good quality long rips. As I mentioned before with the Solo 2, units like the Utilium 5 can be used with the Iceborne. Just insert the wider diameter tube into the mouthpiece itself and it works great. For desktop units like the Arizer Extreme Q and the Volcano Hybrid, simply remove the mouthpiece on the Volcano Hybrid's tube and insert the tube directly into the center of the Iceborne. It's important to note that the Iceborne is not compatible with the PAX 3 and the Firefly 2 Plus, as the mouthpieces are too wide to accommodate it. For the Zeus Arc, make sure you have the water pipe adapter in order to use this device, just like I showed you before. I'll throw a list of compatible units in the description below. For most people, this will be their first interaction with the Zeus Iceborne, but I wanted to talk about the changes that Zeus has made from version 1 to version 2. For those who have never seen or used the Iceborne before, you should know that the concept behind it is to cool your vapor down without losing any of the essential oils that can be lost through water filtration. Zeus has made a couple changes to the first iteration to make the process a little more streamlined. The first Iceborne had 4 metal tubes that have been changed into the single aluminum heat exchanger. The heat exchanger does an even better job of removing the heat from your vapor, so your hits are extra cool. It also makes the Iceborne V2 easier to assemble, disassemble, and clean. The Iceborne is certainly not a hard device to use, but there is a bit of a learning curve. After you use it once or twice, it becomes second nature, and I usually keep it in the freezer all the time and then just pull it out when I want to use it. Though I wouldn't recommend carting it around, I've actually brought it to a cottage inside the box it came in, and it really wasn't that hard to bring from one place to another. Cleaning the Iceborne is fairly straightforward. You will really only get buildup in the heat exchanger and in the tubes. To clean the heat exchanger, simply soak it in Zeus Purify solution, rinse, and let it dry. Isopropyl alcohol will work as well. The ice chamber itself can be cleaned by hand or run through the dishwasher if you're lazy like me. If you want to keep your vapor extra fresh, I'd recommend changing out the tubes every 6 months or so. The Iceborne is an incredibly unique accessory, and I'm really happy with the changes that were made from version 1 to version 2. It is portable, easy to use, and most importantly, cools the vapor down on almost any device. It just lets you take longer, tastier rips from your favorite vaporizer. I'd recommend the Iceborne for anyone who doesn't have a water piece and wants to cool their vapor down really well, or anyone who's interested in bringing a new, unique accessory to their vaporizer collection. And that's it for this one, people. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, please tap that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe and that little bell to stay up to date on all of our latest. If you think I missed anything, if you have a different cool vaporizer accessory you need me to know about, if you just noticed that clock is just permanently on 420 and I've taken the batteries out, please throw it down in the comments below. I've been desperately waiting for someone to get that joke to the point where now I'm just gonna tell you about it. Until next time, my name's Alex for T-Vape TV, and for all you connoisseurs out there, keep vaping.